gotten back-to-back wins, they go on to take the entire series. So if you're Charlotte Phoenix, you got to deny that momentum early on, and it's going to be a tough one because the loser of this goes back down to the rival series.
Subi brought up Shadow, and we saw Shadow making some highlight plays. Can he do it here?
Ooh.
That one almost sniped. It was going for the top corner.
And that's a hard thing to do, is rely on the new guy of the team to elevate everybody in their playstyle. So Shadow, he has a mountain of responsibility.
A lot falling on his shoulders. Shadow going for the challenge, gets beaten by Mektos. Karma back to Shadow in the corner. Corrupted G tries to clear it out. Shots coming in, finally cleared back out. Shadow will send that deep into his own corner. Mektos and Taroko trying to position, waiting for this counterattack, shutting it down at its origin. Now shot opportunity, no.
Good
Off
touch.
the backboard, up to Corrupted G, and the goal, the self-pass from Corrupted G.
And it was the patience here. This first touch, that little pop was everything for Corrupted G. What a play. Just setting himself up, like you said, James, and putting on the first goal. Just a minute in, Corrupted G, the veteran, is the one to score it.
Such a smart play there from Corrupted G. He knew his shot angle was blocked.
Yeah.
He knew his shot angle was blocked, so instead of going for the shot and getting a rebound, just goes for that chip. Corrupted G, we didn't talk about him too much, and the Des didn't really mention him too much, but he's a player who knows how to score big goals.
Yeah.
When the net vulnerable,
Well,
a miss on defense, and Taroko says, yes, please, I'll cash that in.
Not the best start for Charlotte Phoenix. A big miss off the wall, just sliding across for Charlotte Phoenix. The defender has to get a touch there, and Taroko, it's a free hit for him.
And speaking about momentum, momentum is something that is really not in the favor of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Subi talked about it, a massive losing streak from them at the worst point in the season possible.
And they have just shattered expectations, because even for Chaos, it was rough during the rival series, but here's another free ball almost for Taroko, who's going to punish on the defensive side of Charlotte.
You can't really see it on that angle of the replay, but it looked like Jaywiz might have flipped there instead of getting up right away.
3 goals, back to back to back, only a minute and a half in. Chaos, looking strong.
Mektos over, Karma and Shadow both jump. Follow-up from Jaywiz, so regardless of the double commit, Charlotte gets one on the board.
And Karma did a great job of putting the defense of Chaos in shambles with that double touch off the backboard. Corrupted G didn't expect Karma to get another hit. She went for it, and that's what dismantled the defense. Jaywizmon with an easy cleanup shot.
That hit right off Corrupted G.
Yeah.
We saw a couple kickoff goals from Charlotte Phoenix in the last series against G2. They don't get one here. Little give and go from Mektos. Taroko. Challenges far post. Jaywiz and Shadow both jumped for it. Now Karma will take it downfield, powering it by. Taroko upfield to Mektos. Mektos.
Oh, what a touch.
They'll put that off the backboard. Taroko going for a demo shot opportunity. No, he puts it high.
Mektos.
Follow up from Mektos. Now to Corrupted G. Chaos playing keep away from Charlotte. They was monkey in the middle.
Yeah, they had so many passing plays just to end up with an open net. So many people involved, back and forth chaos. That was just fundamental. And a great job of, like you said, James, keeping the ball away. Don't always opt for the shot whenever you can just keep possession and force an even better chance.
You force the enemy team to use up boost.
Because they have to assume a shot's going to take place.
You have to guard that angle. It's too risky to not. And another miss. That time from Shadow. Shadow does get a demo on the back line. Karma up in the air, going for the pass, but Mektos was up so early and hits it backwards so that his team can retain possession.
And those are the type of plays we expect to see from Mektos. He is one of the all-star players from the rival series in general. A player who's hit insane flip resets and crazy shots. He's always a threat.
He almost hit that top corner from that far back. The miss from Taroko will allow Charlotte to get back into this one.
And I'm surprised that Karma actually went for this because Taroko looked like he was going to get the hit. Karma just had to commit on some type of miss. Thankfully, if you're a Charlotte fan, the miss came out from Chaos, but that's a defensive mistake that's punished on Chaos' side.
Plenty of time, and we see the kickoff play again from Charlotte. It doesn't pan out. A minute and a half, 2 goals. This is doable for Charlotte. Seems like Chaos was just going to close them out.
Yeah.
If they get one more, it's certainly going to be over. Mektos, first touch. Did well to dodge the demo for a moment. Mektos trying to keep this ball out of the middle. Taroko taking his time. Jaywiz flies by with no boost. Karma over to Jaywiz. Jaywiz, it was a weak shot. Jaywiz didn't have enough boost to really get much power behind it. Clear downfield, under a minute left. Shadow. Now it's over to the side. Karma stops it. Taroko challenges Shadow. It kicks over to the middle. Jaywiz to Karma. Karma! Her shot blocked by Corrupted G.
And what a read to get in front of that shot, cutting off any angle to the net. Now Mektos here has a shot off the crossbar. That would have been the security goal they needed.
But still up by 2. And time is winding down. Mektos will pop it into the middle. Jaywiz down to the side. Shadow has to turn for it. Doesn't get much of a hit. And Taroko will challenge Karma for it. Back to the middle.
Oh, good
Mektos with the challenges there. Now Shadow finally getting it to the corner. Under 10 seconds left. Taroko with that clear. That is going to do it.
That's it.
Chaos take game 1 convincingly.
Yeah, that wasn't even really much of a competition from Charlotte. I think towards the end of this first game, they started to pick it up a little bit, but the defense was really slacking early on.
Well, there was a few missed touches.
Yeah.
There was a few missed touches. You said it, on defense, where it had you scratching your head.
And then whenever you're not making mistakes, you have Chaos. We saw that passing play where they had to have had at least, 5 or 6 consecutive passes between each other, threading the needle, and then finally opening up a chance on the net. Chaos, they're keeping that form that we saw against Cloud9.
So we'll see what happens later on as well. Cloud9 and G2, one of those teams will get back in, but the loser has to play the winner of this series, and this was the play you were telling us about.
And there was a demo that came in as well.
The demo from Taroko, just keeping it out of their hands.
Yeah.
Karma tried to block the shot there.
And she went for the shot. That's what we were talking about, where you just have to assume Mektos is going to hit that shot. It's too much of a risky play to not go for a block there. And Mektos, he hit it high, almost seemingly on purpose for Corrupted to get a nice shot on.
So game 1, convincingly in favor of Chaos. Yeah. They came out swinging. This is what the desk expected. Subi was the only one who had faith in Charlotte. Was over 0 coming on today. You know, maybe he has the magic touch.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Whatever he says, man.
So far, he's been right.
I mean, and it's definitely a logical choice because Chaos against that Cloud9, we'll say it again, they were so strong on the defensive side and on the offensive side. It just seemed like Cloud9 just overwhelmed them too much with the pressure because that was the best Cloud9 we've pretty much seen all season long. Now Chaos, if they just play an ounce of how they did against Cloud9,
and I think they've already shown that they are playing well.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Charlotte, they have made already some mistakes, and they have been struggling as of late. And that game is just another piece of straw to add to the pile.
I mean, just shattered expectations for Charlotte. Chaos, we didn't even really know if they would be in the top 4 of Rival Series. Charlotte Phoenix, everybody had been saying they were the best team for so long, and now, when it matters most, will they show up?
Karma, off her own backboard. It'll be out to Corrupted G, attacking the corner. Jaywiz will take it downfield. Trying to keep it close. He's out of boost. Karma off the ceiling, going for... No, she leaves it. Shadow calls her off and almost gets the double tap bounce shot. Shadow. Now off the ceiling, Mektos. Send it to the corner. Now across net. Will pick up boost. Tries to go for the pinch. Worked with Corrupted G to get it downfield, but they both committed. Taroko last back for a moment. J-Wiz low on boost. Corrupted G and Mektos both having a moment there where they're trying to figure out who's going for it.
Oh, the demos as well. Charlotte Phoenix, this is a complete switch around. They've had most of the pressure so far throughout game 2. Chaos looking to pick the pieces up a bit, slacking when it comes to finding passes like that.
Another follow-up chance. Shadow does well to get to the ball to deny the backboard there. A couple of shots coming in for Chaos. Now a long shot. Easily saved by Karma. Corrupted G. Looking for Mektos. Mektos to the middle to Taroko. Taroko dodging a demo, going for the challenge. Back out into the middle. Shadow has to get a good hit. This is bouncing straight down. J-Wiz through the smoke.
Another demo as well. Taroko so aggressive.
Shot. Ooh. And Corrupted G just blasted into the upper corner.
I mean, that was just a fastball from the right side of the map. I don't know how he managed to find that precision. I mean, literally,
all three defenders.
You can't find a better spot on net than in that corner from Corrupted G's angle.
Corrupted G, another big gold add to his resume. Hoping to get back to the RLCS, and they have to get this win here to move one step closer. Miss for Mektos. Corrupted G will have it. Shadow hits it off his hood. Now it's over to Taroko, who puts it down to the corner. Pinch out to the middle. J-Wiz did well to get in front of that shot. Mektos clearing it back. Will get the corner steal as well. Gotta wonder how much boost Charlotte has left in the tank at this point. We saw both corners go to Mektos.
And look at these challenges as well. The midfield presence from Chaos, so much stronger. They're either beating out Charlotte completely or winning the challenge out. Just really on point with their position.
The demo leaves J-Wiz last back. Mektos wanted to go for the 50-50. Just a 1-goal lead for Chaos. Charlotte has been keeping this close. Karma. Boomer sends it downfield. Mektos meets it on the backboard. Karma with the challenge. Floating in the corner high.
Oh, big miss.
It bounces down to J-Wiz. J-Wiz crossbar and in!
And he just responds to Corrupted G's shot with almost a better one off the crossbar. Taroko had no chance of saving that.
He didn't think it was going in.
I didn't even think it was going in.
He did not think it was going in. That ball was left to bounce. J-Wiz had a tough angle. One that you don't really score too often from if you're taking the shot. But he throws Taroko on the goal line.
And really, Charlotte Phoenix, they haven't been too threatening on offense. Their one chance they get, J-Wiz is there to seal it.
Infield passing play as well. Karma receiving that pass from Shadow. Charlotte looking to be surging. Center ball.
Pass.
J-Wiz, low shot. Right to the corner. J-Wiz gets the lead for Phoenix.
Look at this hit out from Karma from the wall. She hit it behind her to find Wizmon in the midfield pushing forward. That pass from Karma was phenomenal. I don't know how she even had the vision, because if she had ball cam on, that just comes down to complete communication.
A huge goal from J-Wiz. Things starting to work. Whether it's communication or whatever it may be, Turtle, this is a different Charlotte Phoenix than we saw game 1.
Yeah.
Shadow with time, trying to slow it down, gets it to his teammate. This was a 2v1 situation. What do? I wasn't expecting this.
And this could have gone so horribly too, because Karma, it looked like she got too close almost to Shadow. I was expecting maybe even a team bump at that point. But Shadow just lays it off perfectly for Karma.
Just a little pop.
That's all it takes.
Now that is teeing it up. Demo by J-Wiz. That'll burn some time off. The Charlotte Phoenix comfortably in the lead as time winds down in game 2. Save from J-Wiz. Karma will come and help out. The last effort from Chaos in game 2 coming out. Taroko centers to Corrupted G, and that shot blocked by Karma, and with that clear, the Charlotte Phoenix respond in game 2.
And they do it in explosive fashion. I mean, after Jay Wismont got that first initial goal, I mean, Corrupted, he's just going to put one on, carry some kind of momentum. But like I was saying, Jay Wismont, after that first goal, that's when Charlotte really started to pop off. We saw 3 consecutive goals back to back to back for Charlotte Phoenix. I thought that once they warmed up, the passing was just too good.
The passing was great. And also, Jay Wismont was fantastic.
Definitely.
2 corner snipes. The first one was off that ball that was bouncing. Taroko was in net. It didn't seem like Jay Wiz had an angle.
Yeah.
And he puts it crossbar down. And then the second shot,
backboard pass.
Yeah, the second shot, lower corner, perfect placement both times.
And that pass out from Karma still was incredible. Let's take another look, though. This is the play that we were talking about. Jay Wismont with the snipe. That is just so hard to save for Taroko, because if you're going to save something off the crossbar down, you have to just, you only have to assume it's going to hit the crossbar. Right now, he's just hoping it's going to bounce out.
Yeah, you hope it goes down and out.
Yeah.
Or at least bounces on the goal line so you can go for the clear.
Exactly.
But it just went right in. J-Wiz, 2 big goals for the Charlotte Phoenix. And we're tied at 1 apiece. And this is it for your RLCS run. The whole reason these teams are playing in the rival series is to try to make it to the RLCS.
Yeah.
And the journey ends here for one team.
And Charlotte Phoenix, I mean, they have got to be frustrated. They had 2 chances last weekend. Chaos only 1 time. It came down to 1 series loss against RBG. That's it. That was their chance at making it into auto-qualifying for RLCS. Now, Charlotte Phoenix has to do it against RLCS teams as well as Chaos. This is really where it's a nail-biter, because both these teams, I thought that Chaos would sweep the floor with them personally, but now Charlotte, they are starting to get some energy with their play.
And not only that, but it's not Shadow who did all the work in that game. It was J-Wiz and Karma working together for the most part. Karma doing a good job. Shadow did play a positive role, but we've seen what he can do. So if J-Wiz and Karma continue to play like they are and Shadow starts popping off, the Charlotte Phoenix can take this series home.
Yeah.
And despite the Desk's prediction.
Much more of a team effort, even from Shadow. It wasn't a solo play, really. He had that crazy tee up to Karma.
Corrupted G getting in the way of that double tap. And the jump! Karma just intercepting the pass.
And what a read from her. To know how this ball would play out from the corner, she just threw herself at the ball, got the perfectly timed flip, and punished Chaos.
Early on, a goal for Charlotte Phoenix. And that one off kickoff. What happened here, Turtle?
I mean, what is this kickoff to begin with? Shadow
he
didn't even hit it. A complete miss. Right after they get the first goal, that's so demoralizing. They had the momentum right away here in game 3, and then you just missed the kickoff. James.
It happens. It happens. That is not the first botched kickoff that we've seen in the RLCS. It happens. It happens in ranked. I've done it multiple times in an hour.
Every single time you launch up Rocket League.
But it's true. Mistakes happen, and that just couldn't have come at a more unfortunate time for Charlotte.
And the thing about kickoffs is it's so expected to at least get some kind of contact. So nobody's planning for Shadow to miss that whatsoever.
We'll see how Charlotte battles back. That is a tough one to stomach. Taroko, first touch, will go for it again off his backboard, doesn't get it. Corrupted G deep in net, positioned to avoid the demo now, 2v1. Taroko, that flip allowed Karma to come up and get the challenge. You don't flip, maybe you can fib even though you don't have any boost. Shadow. Corrupted G back to the middle. Both players miss. Mektos to Karma in the corner, who hits it right back to the corner on the other end of the field.
And Charlotte seem a bit more aggressive right now. getting in the faces of Chaos. I mean, even the first goal from Karma was hers. She just threw herself at the ball, didn't even care if she was going to get contact. Just needed to keep the pressure on and ended up in a goal.
Now she's locking up with Corrupted G before getting jostled. Sirocco to the middle, a miss. Perhaps left there for Mektos to get this dribble clear. Also gets the middle boost. Sirocco waiting for it in the middle. Corrupted G will try to get it to him.
Good
The
dunk.
block sends it over. Sirocco will have to bail. Karma centers it to Jaywiz. Jaywiz going for the double tap. Broken up by Sirocco.
Sirocco had to get up so early to find that read off the backboard. Otherwise, it would have been a threatening play from Chaos. Or from, excuse me, Charlotte. And now, I mean, it's almost a flip of what we're seeing. I thought Chaos were way more aggressive towards the beginning. And now, Mektos, he slots it in from the corner after all the pressure from Charlotte Phoenix was coming out.
And you see that there was a bit of a miscommunication. Corrupted G wanted to go for the demo. Mektos was going for the pass. But it still works out as Mektos can snipe that shot. Didn't think that was going to result in a goal.
It was just awkward play. It seemed as though somebody was going to find some kind of clear. Chaos didn't even hesitate to get a shot on.
Mektos gets demoed by Shadow. The ball will roll up the back wall. Not much boost for Shadow. Just trying to buy enough time until a teammate can help. Karma comes through. And now it's back to Chaos. Second touch delayed. Beats out Jaywiz. Shadow trying to get it by now. Double commit. Ball clear downfield. Jaywiz will have to slow it down. Using up a lot of boost for that. Will chase it downfield, but he's out. Does get the demo. So boost not gone to waste. Karma centering. Corrupted G prevents the shot. Phoenix starting to put some pressure on. Another double commit. Here's where the pressure will mount. Gonna bounce down, a miss, and then Shadow couldn't make contact. That was a golden opportunity for Charlotte.
And now the counterattack. Corrupted G, he's dribbling it all the way through his corner. But Shadow, he needed to find some contact with the ball. Their one chance, it seems like, to get themselves back into this game. Only a minute left.
Shadow quickly to it, will pop it high. Mektos over to the side. A miss from Karma. Mektos going for the double, gets the block. But even still, that miss from Karma has now put Charlotte on defense.
Just wasted so much time.
Still struggling to stabilize from that one play. Corrupted G will take it off the ceiling, going for the ground pinch. Doesn't connect, tries for the bump. Now to Sirocco. Shadow will pop it up. Jaywiz downfield. Final attack for Charlotte.
Chance. They can do it.
Towards net, turned aside. A bump coming out.
Bounce?
It does stay up. Jaywiz will pop it. Sirocco to the corner, racing to it. Karma can't get there in time. And Chaos win game 3.
I thought this game was going to go completely the other way. From the way we saw Phoenix start this game, aggressive, winning challenges, but somehow Chaos battled back after, like we saw, a few misplays from both sides. And Charlotte Phoenix, we even saw Karma, I believe it was, in the corner, get that big miss. But this is that awkward play that we saw where Shadow got some kind of contact, and then all of a sudden,
it's just being a bully.
Yeah, and it was such a weird position for the defense of Charlotte.
So you even see there, Shadow not the greatest hit because Corrupted G was coming for him. And the ball rebounds out to Mektos. So Corrupted G getting in there, just making chaos happen.
And that is living up that's the mental effect that demos and physical play can have, because you make so many people panic on the defensive side. Shadow there, if Corrupted G didn't even go for a demo, he would have been calm, collected, brought it to the corner, everything would have been fine. But because Corrupted G had presence there, it made him panic and just force out a hit. And then that just opens up one small opportunity, and now Chaos take that game.
And with how good Mektos has been, with his shooting ability, you don't want to give him opportunities in front of net. Even still, that I didn't think that was a scoring chance. I thought after that, after the pass came out from Mektos and Corrupted G went for the demo, I thought that play was going to be over.
Yeah.
And still, Mektos stays in the play, makes it work for K.
And somehow he found the angle. Even a backboard hit would have been fine there, but the fact that he was able to get it on target and realize that this is a weird spot for the Charlotte defense, I think that decision-making alone is what separates a striker versus any other position on the field, is knowing when to find and slot a shot on net. And Mektos, he's definitely a striker.
He really is. In this series, however, Corrupted G picking up that mantle of scorer. 4 goals already for him. Off the sidewall. Taroko. Towards net, turned aside. Mektos dropping it down. Jaywiz will clear it over to the corner now. Already some good chances for Chaos.
And that was almost everybody from Charlotte trying to get the save. Thankfully, a touch does come out. But Chaos, they start strong again. But this is what we've been seeing, is a team will start out the game super aggressive, incredibly strong, but then the punishing from whoever's forced on defense is so much stronger than anything that offensive power is.
Well handled by Corrupted G on the goal line. The offensive power starting to show itself in finally overwhelming Chaos. Karma gets it by.
And they get some revenge with the awkward plays. Jay Wismont being a bully on Mektos in the air, but what a touch from Shadow. That little individual hit to get it out into the middle for Karma. He teed it up again for her. That's the second time we've seen Shadow just get this slight little hit to set up a teammate. What a play.
Mektos with the challenge. Staying in the play like that, Turtle, sometimes that can throw your team off, but other times it is just invaluable. It's about knowing when to do it.
Yeah.
I've seen players that sometimes stay in the play too long and it costs you. But in key moments like this, staying in that play, giving that little extra effort might be the difference between staying alive in a series and not.
And it's something we talked about so much with going for bumps, being aggressive, is you are wasting precious time to rotate. If you can't find any contact or connection or even make the team panic, you're wasting your team's time and your own boost.
Ball in the corner. Now up to the middle. Corrupted G going for it, uses up a lot of boost for that. Mektos. Now to Karma in the middle. Good speed from Karma. Just battling Mektos to get to the corner boost in time. Low shot.
Oh, what a save.
Mektos in the corner as well. Now Karma again. She has been a bruiser in the trenches. Demo from Taroko. Gets the bump on Shadow to prevent Shadow from staying with that play. Jaywiz, not the greatest touch. Used up a lot of boost for that, but did steal the middle boost. Mektos trying to bounce that down to Taroko. Taroko does get there. Shadow.
Or touch.
Shadow's going to clear it across the field, and Jaywiz gets the ball out.
And that clear from Shadow. So risky to hit it across, but now more demos coming out. Mektos hits Shadow. And now Corrupted G with the fake. They've got chances. The aggression is coming out. And still, it's not even that threatening. They're not getting too many things, opened up on the net. It's just trying to find some kind of hole in the defense. And right now, Charlotte, they have nothing.
Charlotte not letting Chaos get an inch. The shot coming in.
Oh.
Corrupted G wanted that bump on Shadow. If he hit it, that would have been a goal. Follow-up shot saved by Jaywiz. Mektos mishit backwards. Karma will take over. Shadow lobs it. Taroko does get bumped, but still makes contact. Mektos shot towards net. Shadow will get there in time. Long clear. Corrupted G stays on the ground for the first touch. Now chases up to it. Taroko bumping Jaywiz. Can't get the center ball. Mektos now off the ceiling, turning for it. Sirocco. Now it's bouncing back. Corrupted G keeping it in at the half. Karma finally relieving some pressure as she leads the attack now. They have been trading blows this series, back and forth wins.
But yet Chaos still, they haven't even found a single goal. But here's a chance. Sirocco, he's got an open shot. Shadow, what a save.
Shadow had to look at two attackers there, trying to determine who was going to take the shot and then make the save. Doesn't let his team down.
Oh, but it's still on. Chaos, it's in the offensive half.
And that will be it. Charlotte take the win in game 4. A nail biter at the end, but they managed to hold on.
And their defense is really what got them that win. They didn't let up a single goal this game against Chaos, who, you know, towards the end, they were warming up, getting some energy towards their shots. And Shadow, that save, that final save, I was almost guaranteed that was going to be a goal. They had the open space, but still, whenever Chaos could find an opportunity, there was no finishing shot.
Taking a look at the goal that happened.
That touch from Shadow. Look at how carefully he just drops it down to Karma right here. It's insane.
Just that little tap, yep. Oh, just on a tee for Karma.
Literal finesse.
That is how you do it. Just that slight touch with the wheels as well, so it doesn't bounce out. You hit that with the hood of your car, maybe it bounces a little too far away. But on a platter indeed.
And a big indicator for him not being selfish at all. I feel like in that situation, you know, there was a little bit of space on net. Shadow, I mean, we've seen him hit crazy shots. He could have gone for the shot, could have gone for some kind of attempt on the net, but instead he just tries to set up his teammates perfectly, and he does it with literally the best touch you can ask for. That is incredible.
So on offense, he was helping with that only goal that went in, and on defense, he was rock solid.
Yeah.
We saw multiple attempts on net where it was just Shadow back, and he managed to hold down the fort.
Yeah, and this is the player that everybody on the desk, they said he needs to step up, he needs to take charge, and he's doing exactly that. And he's following actually after Jay Wismont. He was the guy who started everything for Charlotte. Now it's almost like they're taking turns of who's going to pop off.
Absolutely. So Charlotte equalized the series. We're sitting at 2 games apiece in this best of 7. And this is to stay alive in the promotion tournament, to try to earn that spot in the RLCS. Mektos 0 boost. Corrupted G and Mektos teaming up for that challenge. Corrupted G on the sideline. Sirocco cuts off Mektos. Now Karma shoots towards net. Corrupted G jumps in front of it. Sirocco up.
In the air.
Drops it down. It's popped up back to Mektos. Mektos. Flip reset. Going for the challenge now. 1v1. Oh. J-Wiz gets the rebound out to Shadow. Shadow. Challenge. Follow up from Karma. Karma off the backboard. J-Wiz is blocked. The culmination of that play, close, but not close enough.
And both teams just exchanging giant shots. I mean, back-to-back opportunities. And still, you see the defense from Chaos surviving. In the Cloud9 games, there were so many moments where I assumed Chaos was going to get scored on, but they still managed to stay alive. They're doing it here again against Charlotte. How long will it last, though?
Another last stand from what seems like an impregnable defense. Sirocco challenging J-Wiz. Can Chaos break out? Mektos on the counterattack, shut down by Karma. Corrupted G will keep it in. And the team bump there as Mektos tried to pass that back. Shadow with time will pop it. He had no boost. Just trying to feed a teammate. Gets boost at the half. Will now wait for his chance.
But still, look at the clears from Chaos. They're not really finding that many teammates. Very, you know, one person up, 2 people back. Trying to play the safe card against Charlotte. And I mean, you kind of have to against his offense, but at what point are you just not going to create any opportunities for yourself?
And they're double committing even there, using up so much boost to prevent the goals from going in, that they don't really have much left over for offense.
Yeah.
Chaos is trying to get out of their own half with enough boost to go for an attack.
Big demo.
Even previously on that play, Shadow did have a good chance when he was going for that double tap. Charlotte has been in control of this game, but it's still tied. Shot towards the net. Shadow and Karma both jump for it. Karma upfield. Shadow will have to leave it. He was out of position. Jaywiz off the corner. Taroko will come off his own backboard to clear it down.
There we go.
Oh, the 1-2 play. Mektos from midfield gets the go-ahead goal for Chaos.
And that's exactly what I was asking for. Finding your teammate up top, especially if it's Mektos, a man who can hit incredible angles. He snipes the corner off of a beautiful clear.
So despite all of that pressure and all of the shots coming in, Chaos is the first team to get the goal in this game. Jaywiz will lob it upfield. Corrupted G off his own corner. Shadow racing to it, wasn't there. Corrupted G, shot towards the net. Oh, looked like there was someone in net harassing the defense.
That save came out a little bit delayed. I thought maybe something would happen.
Well, yeah, it's someone else had to come in and help.
Yeah.
That's why it was such a close play. Ball back to Karma. Karma stopped by Taroko. Taroko, can he get there in time? Shadow breaks up the play. Off the backboard, Shadow denies the shot. Over to Karma. Taroko last back. And the play shut down by Taroko.
And you could see Jay Wismon actually went for a bump there, but Karma, I believe, the shooter, she didn't wait long enough for giving Jay Wismon a chance to even find a bump, and now Corrupted G dribbles out the defense off of his own clear.
The solo play from Corrupted G, just waiting till the last second. Beautiful. Karma, she must not have been expecting the late flick.
And he had to get it behind him using the little bit of a backflip to kind of scoop it out. And Corrupted G, that is such a huge security goal. 40 seconds left. Charlotte got to make something out of their offense.
Center ball. Corrupted G keeping it in the corner. Shot contested by Shadow. Taroko, air dribble. Going for the flip reset towards net. Rebound to Corrupted G. He cleans it up and puts Game 5 away for Chaos.
Taroko, he's just embarrassing the defense at this point. The flip reset,
the team bump,
the double commit come through, and that's scary. You can't really blame them for that team bump. That flip reset came in. It was looking nice, threatening, and Charlotte, they couldn't handle it.
It was over zero set on the desk. Those mechanics, the raw hours that these players put in to be able to make plays like that. Chaos get the win in Game 5 and are now on match point.
Charlotte Phoenix, this could be their potential, their fourth series in a row lost. They are on such a downwards hill right now. They have to climb up. So many obstacles ahead of them. They've had chances to make it, and now it has come down to match point against Chaos. They still need to win 2.
It's going to be a rough road back, but look at that 1-2 play. Mektos floating across the middle. Shadow thinks he has the hit before Mektos comes in and ruins his day.
And that pass from Taroko to snipe out Mektos up on the other side of the field. He could have easily just cleared it across, gone for the corner play, maybe a little bit of stall, but he had so much confidence in Mektos not only being in position, but also beating out the defender, because if Charlotte Phoenix was able to intercept that, it would have been another counterattack in their face.
And that was coming at a moment where Chaos was stuck in their own half. They were stuck at the beginning of this game.
Much.
Charlotte was putting on all the shots, putting on all the pressure, and Chaos was just rebuffing everything.
Yeah, and it really proves how strong their defense is. That's the main thing I'm taking away from Chaos. I mean, for Rival Series, they had the most shots for any team out of the Rival Series, and yet Now it's their defense that's actually holding up the most against, the highest level of teams, against Cloud9. It was their defense that gave them a chance. Now again, against Charlotte, it's their defense that's holding up.
So we'll see if Charlotte can answer back. They have been down, but they are not out yet. But they must win Game 6. Otherwise, they are going back to the rival series, and Chaos will move one step closer to the RLCS.
And it's a battle of veterans. Corrupted G, he's been in RLCS before. Jay Wismont and Karma, they know what it's like as well. It's a fight to get back up to the highest level of Rocket League.
Corrupted G to the sideline, wins the challenge. Jay Wiz dribbling it to his own corner, gets the boost. Corrupted G's got to bail. Mekto slowing it down. Taroko thinking about turning to help. Now we'll go for it. Wins that challenge, stays with the ball, going for another challenge, dunks it. It's floating above the net. Corrupted G with a challenge here. Every single ball being contested in the air by Chaos. On that shot, almost hitting its mark. Taroko making sure it doesn't.
Oh, but they keep the pressure as well. Karma, a great back pass to Jay Wismont. Keeping things on point and locked in. Karma still winning challenges. She does again. And Shadow, he can't beat there. But Chaos, they're on their back heel.
Karma couldn't read that off the backboard. Super low boost. Jay Wiz racing in. It's off the backboard out to Karma. Karma, a weak shot. Counterattack is on. Mektos goes in the air. Didn't have enough boost for it. But Taroko off the backboard. They'll have to leave it. Possession back to Charlotte. Jay Wiz and Shadow, they were both upfield. Flip reset by Mektos, waits for it and wave dashes instead to get the clear. Great patience from Mektos. Corrupted G hitting one off the crossbar.
And the demo.
Now a dunk play, potentially. Demo's on the goal line as pressure starts to mount for Chaos.
Oh, good pace, the double.
And just off on that double tap. Taroko needed a little bit better of a line. Corrupted G. Gonna go for it again, looking for a teammate. Mektos is on the other end of it.
Oh,
side flip from Shadow at the worst possible time for Charlotte. That has to feel miserable.
Shadow, this is just the last thing you could ever hope to happen. Anything, just some contact on the ball. You're the last defender in. That is brutal. Oh no, and the kickoff as well. Corrupted G.
Corrupted G! Like a predator waiting for his prey to make a mistake. Shadow again, you see him. He was mid-flip, and Corrupted G, as soon as he sees him flipping, slows the play down and goes behind him.
In literally 10 seconds, they have now gone down 0-2. Charlotte Phoenix against Match Point Chaos. Oh, that is just so hurtful. But Jay Wismont, he revives their team.
The defibrillator.
That's what they needed. I didn't even expect it.
Jay Wiz keeping them alive.
Wow. They needed that.
One goal, that is all they needed to stop the bleeding. They're
Just like
back in it. Like you said, it could have gotten much worse, Turtle.
I mean, I could have expected, Chaos to go on just a tear from there, but now that instant response, they're back in it.
And if Charlotte can pull it back at this moment, no one's left back. Mektos, far post. As we said it, Chaos extends their lead after the double commit.
And now we've got our fourth goal within, the last 30 seconds. Like you said, the opening up from Taroko, beating out the defender. And now they're back to trailing 2 goals. Charlotte Phoenix.
You can't vacate the net like that. You really can't. 2 players going for it, double committing, leaving the net wide open.
So tilting.
And it would be something else if Charlotte could come back in this game. Just mentally tough from them. Corrupted G in the corner. Now miss out in front of net. Jaywiz will turn on it. Keep this ball in the Chaos half. Now finally cleared out by Taroko.
He's got to dribble.
Taroko goes for the bomb. Oh, that's got to do it. Taroko, savage from him.
He doesn't even care about the flick. He's just going to get a little touch and then take out Karma. Jaywiz so close to getting a touch, but Taroko, he makes the bleeding even worse for Charlotte Phoenix.
Just ripping that Band-Aid right off.
Wow.
Corrupted G. Self-pass again, going for the challenge on the goal line. No one knows what to do except Taroko, who punches in a fifth for Chaos.
Look at the smart play from Corrupted G. He got all the way around the ball, completely stalled the ball, and Taroko's there to finish it off. Like you said, they had no idea what to do. That is just veteran experience play from Corrupted G.
Corrupted G, cool as a cucumber on that play. As the season starts counting down for Charlotte.
And you can even see Shadow right there just jumping around. The tilt maybe getting to him.
It's been a rough series.
It really has. It's been a rough past few weekends.
And a rough game, particularly for Shadow. That side flip is when it all started. Because right after that, that was the kickoff goal. And that is when it got out of hand for Charlotte. Shadow is trying to get something going for Charlotte in these final moments. But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Chaos, their season appeared to be over in the regular season.
Yeah.
It was a 0-second goal from Taroko and then an overtime goal from Taroko that even got them to this point. And now they're 12 seconds away from moving one series away from the RLCS.
And they're making use of this incredible opportunity. And this just goes to show you how crazy Rocket League can be in the regular season. If we had seen this matchup again, everybody on the desk, I guarantee you, would have voted pretty much for Charlotte. It would be super biased. But now we see the switch up. Chaos are here to play.
They certainly are. They made it a series against Cloud9, and they had quite a series here against Charlotte. Charlotte is back to the rival series. Chaos have one more chance.
One more obstacle to go for Chaos. They're going to play the loser of G2 and Cloud9. Might see a rematch against Cloud9. It's just going to be crazy. Chaos, they have been so strong for this entire weekend. Even against Cloud9.
They showed up. And that's what's so concerning for whatever team loses in the Cloud9 G2 matchup.
Yeah.
This Chaos team, they have what it takes to be in RLCS. Without a doubt. They've got the tools.
And the scariest player for me, still Mektos. Don't let him have a shot. Don't give him an opportunity, because at that point, it's over.
But do you remember the Taroko flip reset pass?
And then we saw Corrupted G, the stuff. What's going on?
It's all three of them.
Off.
But you're right. They all, even Mektos in particular, he's a scary player.
Yeah.
Do not give him opportunities. But what we saw from Chaos in this series is that they are here to play this weekend, today. It's about showing up on the day. And today is that day. They've done it so far, at least against Charlotte. And even Cloud9, it was close. But they have one life left.
Yeah. And
one life.
They completely elevated their play style, too. They have been on point. I can't wait to see how they play against the loser of G2 and Cloud9. It's going to be insanely close.
We had a long break before this matchup. It'll be a normal one this time, so don't panic. We have Cloud9 going up against G2. One of them will be going back to the RLCS. The other will have to play Chaos. Don't go anywhere.